I think the most successful councils that I've seen electrifying their fleets start with the lower hanging fruit, and that's usually passenger vehicles.
It's a bit like going from an old analog phone to a digital phone. Yeah, it's a bit scary if you've never used an iPhone before, but as soon as you use it, you never go back.
Pool cars are a classic. Some of the small cars. So generally they don't do long kilometres, and so they're ideal, just a four-door passenger car. But one of the key things is to ensure the vehicle is fit for purpose. Virtually all passenger vehicles can be covered by an EV equivalent nowadays. So operational data is quite important when you're looking at transitioning EVs. So what you look at is, are the vehicles going long distances? If they do, is there an opportunity to charge them? And what's the turnaround of the vehicle?
Using things like telematics, councils can start looking at the quantity of kilometres vehicles are travelling, and that starts to build up a picture of when charging is going to be most convenient.
So sometimes we find that a vehicle might have to go remotely for a long time, and therefore won't be really suitable at the moment for an EV if they have to do large kilometres and there's no refuelling or charging. However, if they're local, so it's an outdoors team, that'll be fine with an electric vehicle because they really don't do large distances. We've been doing trials with even tipper trucks for local councils, and they found even though the tipper truck might only have a 250 kilometre range, they don't have to charge it for days because they really don't do the distances.
We know that electric vehicles generally will be a lot cheaper in the long run for maintenance and for fuel.
So what we're finding with EVs compared to internal combustion engines, lifetime costs are a lot lower on the EV side. Servicing fuel, as in electricity, is a lot lower than we're finding in ICE vehicles.
Councils should probably have a lot of data already about their existing CO2 emissions from their current fleet, and obviously that's going to be largely eradicated with the transition to electric vehicles.
About 6 years ago, we started consulting to major fleets on a whole range of things, and we started to hear more and more people asking how do we practically transition to zero emissions. It's often that we can find a suitable EV, particularly in the car space for councils. Basic fleet management principles are still valid, no matter what fuel type you're going for. It's just making sure that you're actually constantly looking at that with an open mind to get the best answer. So for us, moving to EV should improve your operations and should reduce your running costs. So we can come in and help you do an EV transition plan. We can work out a stepped approach over the next 10, 15 years, which makes it quite easy to work into your fleet asset management plans that you'd have.
Lake Macquarie City Council was relatively early adopters to the electric vehicle transition. We found purely by their operational use, our pool vehicles have the perfect duty cycle to transition to electric cars. They go back to the same base generally, they leave out for a couple of hours a day to do site visits or site inspections, and they come back and charge up. Really quickly, the return on investment for that is quite high.